Ladies and gentlemen, movement is life. That's not just a motivational phrase. It's a truth deeply rooted in biology, neuroscience, and experience. After the age of 50, your body doesn't stop because of the number. It slows down because of inactivity. Movement is the single most powerful, accessible, and transformative habit that keeps you young, not just in body, but in spirit and mind. Too many people treat aging like a curse, as if it's the point where life starts to decline. But the human body's not designed to break down at 50, it's designed to adapt. And the way it adapts depends on whether you move or sit still. Think of your muscles like the engine of your body. If you keep them active, they stay strong, flexible, and full of life. The moment you stop using them, they start fading, atrophying, like a car left untouched in a garage for years. People often think they're tired because of age, but what they're really experiencing is weakness from disuse. The solution is simple. Get up and move. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Start with what you can do. Walk every day, stretch in the morning, dance in the living room, take the stairs instead of the elevator. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Movement doesn't just work on your muscles, it's a full system upgrade. Your brain benefits from every step you take. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, helping preserve memory, sharpen focus, and protect against cognitive decline. Want to stay sharp at 60? Then make sure you're moving at 50. Science backs it. People who engage in regular physical activity reduce their risk of dementia by nearly 40%. That's not a guess. That's research. Your brain feeds off movement. It craves it. It rewards you with clarity, resilience, and emotional balance. And speaking of emotion, movement is therapy. Feeling low, stressed, or stuck in negative thoughts? Move. Exercise releases endorphins, the natural mood lifters that bring clarity and calm. When you walk outdoors, stretch your arms toward the sky, or simply breathe deeply during light yoga, you tell your nervous system, I'm alive, I'm strong, I'm still in control. That message gets absorbed by every cell in your body. One of the biggest myths about aging is that your body becomes too fragile to move. In truth, your body becomes fragile because you stop moving it. The joints stiffen because they are unused. The back hurts because the core is weak. The knees ache not because of age, but because of lack of support and mobility. The body needs stimulation. It needs resistance. It needs motion. And the good news? It's never too late to start. The human body is incredibly adaptable. People in their 60s, 70s, even 80s have transformed their health simply by choosing to move every day. They didn't reverse time. They changed how they used it. There's also a social element to movement. Join a walking group, take a dance class, try Tai Chi, or just go on evening strolls with friends or family. Movement can be a doorway to connection, which is another key to staying young. Loneliness ages you faster than wrinkles ever will. But when you move with others, you share energy, you share purpose, and you build memories that feed the soul. And let's not forget confidence. Nothing feels better than standing tall, walking with ease, and knowing your body still responds to your commands. That sense of control, of independence is priceless. It's not just about looking younger, it's about living younger, about bending down to pick up your grandchild without fear, about hiking that trail you've always wanted to explore, about dancing at your child's wedding, not sitting in the back. Movement gives you access to life. Every single day, your body is speaking to you. It's saying, use me, and I will serve you. Ignore me, and I will fade. The choice is yours. Movement isn't punishment. It's freedom. It's a gift. And it is the one thing you can do every single day, no matter your schedule, no matter your finances, that guarantees results. Not overnight, but over time, it changes everything. So don't wait for a doctor's warning or a painful reminder. Take that first step. Stretch your arms, walk your block, do 5 squats. Then tomorrow do 6. Your body is ready. All it's waiting for is your decision. Because movement is not just how you stay young, it's how you stay alive. Fuel your body like it's the only one you'll ever get, because it is. After the age of 50, your body doesn't just survive on what you eat, it thrives or suffers based on it. Every bite you take becomes a message to your cells, either telling them to heal, energize, and rebuild, or inflame, decay, and shut down. What you put into your body isn't just food, it's fuel, information, medicine, or poison. It's the foundation of how you age, how you feel, how you move, and how long you stay active. The truth is, people don't age just because of time. They age because of what they feed their system daily. As we grow older, the metabolism slows down slightly, but not to a point that justifies the dramatic drop in energy many experience. The real reason most people feel sluggish, bloated, tired, or inflamed after 50 is because their diet becomes more about convenience than care. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, too much salt, and artificial chemicals silently destroy your vitality from within. You don't need a fancy meal plan or expensive supplements. You need simplicity and consistency. Eat whole foods. Choose vegetables with every meal. Prioritize lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbs. Drink clean water, more than you think you need. Your body is 60% water, yet most people over 50 live in a state of chronic dehydration. That alone can cause headaches, fatigue, brain fog, and joint pain. Cutting sugar is like cutting a rope tied to your energy. Excess sugar feeds inflammation. It messes with your hormones, your mood, your skin, your sleep. If you want to look and feel 10 years younger, remove sugary drinks, pastries, candy, and even hidden sugars from sauces and processed foods. Replace them with fruits like berries, apples, or a few pieces of dark chocolate. Retrain your taste buds. Your body will thank you, and your brain will feel sharper than it has in years. Focus on gut health, because the gut is now recognized as your second brain. It controls not only digestion, but also mood, immunity, and even memory. After 50, maintaining a healthy gut is essential. Eat fiber-rich foods like oats, lentils, and leafy greens. Add fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, or sauerkraut. These introduce good bacteria into your system and help balance your internal eco. If your digestion improves, your energy improves. If your gut is happy, your mind becomes calmer. Everything is connected. Pay attention to what your body reacts to. Just because you've been eating bread your whole life doesn't mean your system still tolerates it. Maybe dairy causes bloating now. Maybe fried foods leave you feeling drained. Learn to listen to the signals your body gives you. Aging gracefully means adapting wisely. When you eat intentionally, you send your body the message, I care. I choose strength. I choose clarity. I choose longevity. Food also affects your mental state. Omega-3 rich foods like salmon, walnuts, and chia seeds are powerful brain boosters. Magnesium rich foods like spinach, almonds, and bananas help with stress and sleep. Turmeric reduces inflammation, and green tea sharpens focus. These aren't trends, these are tools. Tools your body can use to stay sharp, strong, and vibrant if you give them consistently. Eating well is not about restriction, it's about nourishment. It's not about giving up the joy of food, it's about redefining what joy looks like. That feeling of waking up light, clear-headed, and pain-free, that's real joy. That glow in your skin, the strength in your stride, the mental clarity in your thoughts. That's the result of a well-fed body. People spend fortunes trying to buy back their health later in life, but the greatest investment is what you choose to put on your plate today. It's also about routine. The more consistent your meals, the more balanced your body becomes. Don't skip breakfast, don't overload dinner, don't eat out of boredom or stress. Food is fuel, not therapy. Create rituals around your meals. Sit down, chew slowly, eat mindfully. These small acts of care add up. They become habits, and habits shape your health, your energy, your future. The truth is, there is no magic pill to staying young, but there is a daily decision. You get to decide whether every bite helps you thrive or holds you back. After 50, your body speaks louder. It tells you what it needs. And when you listen, truly listen, you start to experience aging not as a decline, but as a rising into a wiser, stronger, and more vibrant version of yourself, all beginning with the food you choose to eat. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a biological necessity, a non-negotiable pillar of health and vitality, especially after the age of 50. As the body ages, its ability to repair and regenerate naturally begins to decline, but sleep is the one time every day when that repair process goes into overdrive. Deep sleep is when your brain clears out toxins, your cells regenerate, and your hormones rebalance. It's the body's reset button, and without it, aging accelerates. Many people ignore this, brushing off poor sleep as a normal part of getting older. But the truth is, poor sleep is not a sign of aging. It's a warning sign that something is off and needs your attention. When you're younger, your body can tolerate some sleep deprivation without showing immediate signs. But after 50, the consequences become more noticeable and impactful. You feel more tired, less focused, more irritable, and slower to recover from even mild exertion. Sleep deprivation affects memory, increases inflammation, disrupts digestion, and even accelerates cognitive decline. If you're serious about staying young, sleep needs to be at the top of your priority list. You have to treat your bedtime routine like sacred ground, not just something you do at the end of the day, but something you plan for, protect, and honor. Start by creating a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps reset your circadian rhythm, the internal body clock that governs your sleep-wake cycles. When this rhythm is in sync, your sleep becomes deeper, more restorative, and more effective. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light from phones, TVs, and computers tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Instead, use this time to wind down. Read a book, stretch gently, meditate, or journal. Signal to your body that it's time to relax, to release, to recover. Temperature matters too. Your body sleeps best in a cool environment. Keeping the room slightly cool, around 65 DEGF, helps your body transition into deeper stages of sleep more easily. And don't underestimate the power of light exposure during the day. Getting sunlight in the morning resets your biological clock and improves your sleep quality at night. It's all connected. Light, movement, food, and rest, they all influence one another, and sleep sits at the center of that web. For many, sleep issues after 50 are tied to hormone changes, particularly for women during menopause, but lifestyle plays an even larger role. Late night eating, excessive caffeine, alcohol, chronic stress, and lack of movement all damage sleep quality. Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. Avoid alcohol close to bedtime. It disrupts REM sleep, the most critical phase for brain and emotional health. If your mind races at night, try writing down your worries before bed. Offloading thoughts onto paper helps the brain let go and settle down. Deep breathing techniques, like the 4-7-8 method, activate the parasympathetic nervous system and promote calmness. Quality sleep isn't about sleeping longer, it's about sleeping deeper. It's about waking up feeling recharged, clear-headed, and ready to take on the day. When you get that kind of rest, your body starts to perform like it's years younger. Your skin glows, your mood lifts, your focus sharpens, and your energy multiplies. You think faster, move easier, and recover quicker. This is the difference between simply existing through your 50s and thriving through them. People chase youth in creams, surgeries, and supplements, but the most powerful tool to restore vitality is free and built into every day. All it requires is discipline and awareness. Give your body what it's asking for: darkness, quiet, routine, and rest. And in return, it will give you clarity, health, resilience, and strength. Sleep isn't time wasted, it's time invested. It's where transformation begins. Never stop learning. The day you stop feeding your mind is the day you start aging faster than your body ever could. After 50, many people fall into the trap of routine. They believe they've learned all they need to know, done all they're ever going to do, and think their brain doesn't need as much stimulation as it did in their younger years. But science tells a different story. The human brain is capable of learning, growing, and reshaping itself through a process called neuroplasticity. And this continues well into your 60s, 70s, and even 80s if you keep challenging it. Learning is not just for the young. In fact, it becomes more essential with age. Every new skill you learn is like a workout for your brain. Just like your muscles respond to resistance training by growing stronger, your brain responds to new challenges by forming new neural connections. This not only improves memory and focus, but also helps delay cognitive decline. Picking up a new hobby, learning a language, taking an online course, playing a musical instrument, or even reading about a subject you've never explored before, all of these stimulate different parts of the brain and promote mental sharpness. The more you learn, the younger your brain behaves. Curiosity is the fuel for a vibrant life. It keeps your perspective fresh and your spirit awake. When you wake up each day with the hunger to discover something new, it gives your life momentum. You start to look at the world not as a place you've already seen, but as a place still full of mystery, meaning, and opportunity. This mindset alone can change the way you age. When the brain is engaged, so is the body. Your posture improves, your energy lifts, your conversations deepen, you walk with more purpose because your mind is active and alive. There's also a deep emotional reward in learning. It gives you a sense of progress, and progress is one of the greatest sources of fulfillment. Whether it's mastering a new skill, understanding a complex idea, or solving a problem, each learning milestone brings a sense of accomplishment. It builds confidence, and with confidence comes courage. Courage to try new things, meet new people, and live more boldly. After 50, life should not be about slowing down, but about shifting gears into experiences that feed the soul and stimulate the mind. Learning can also be social, which adds another layer of benefit. Joining a class, book club, or discussion group helps you stay mentally sharp while building new connections. This social stimulation has a powerful impact on brain health. Engaging in meaningful conversations, exchanging ideas, and hearing different perspectives challenge your thinking and help you grow. Isolation can accelerate aging, but connection through learning does the opposite. It rejuvenates. Technology has made access to knowledge easier than ever. You can now learn anything from anywhere at any time, whether it's through YouTube, online courses, podcasts, or audiobooks. The opportunities are endless, and the more you learn, the more adaptable you become. In a world that's changing rapidly, being able to learn new tools, platforms, or ideas helps you stay relevant and confident, not left behind. But learning doesn't always mean formal education or academic pursuits. Life itself is a classroom. Travel teaches you culture and history. Listening teaches empathy. Trying something unfamiliar teaches courage. Even failure is a powerful teacher. The key is to remain open to experiences, to questions, to growth. A closed mind ages quickly, but an open mind stays fresh, flexible, and young. Every time you stretch your mind, you stretch your future. You push back against decline and step into a life of curiosity, vitality, and expansion. The brain was never meant to retire. It was meant to evolve. So whether you're picking up a new book, learning a digital skill, exploring a passion you've put off for years, or simply asking better questions about the world around you, know this: you're not just learning. You're unlocking energy, purpose, and a more youthful version of yourself that has always been there, waiting to be reawakened. Surround yourself with positive energy. After the age of 50, your environment plays a bigger role than ever in how you feel, think, and even age. The people you interact with, the conversations you have, the energy that surrounds you every day. All of it feeds into your spirit, your motivation, and your sense of self. Human beings are deeply social creatures, and the emotional climate around us impacts our health just as much as food, sleep, or exercise. Negative, toxic people drain you. They feed fear, doubt, gossip, and emotional fatigue. Positive people, on the other hand, elevate you. They inspire, challenge, and remind you that life still holds joy, growth, and possibility. The people you choose to be around are not just company. They are your mirrors and your fuel. As you grow older, it's easy to fall into emotional habits or long-standing relationships out of obligation. You may keep people in your life simply because of history, not because they still align with who you are becoming. But aging well means making intentional choices, and that includes choosing who gets access to your energy. Emotional boundaries become a form of self-care. If someone constantly drains you, belittles you, or makes you doubt yourself, their presence is costing you more than you can afford. Your time, peace, and joy are too valuable to be spent on people who don't support your growth. Positive energy doesn't mean being around people who are always cheerful or perfect. It means being with those who are honest, uplifting, supportive, and emotionally safe. People who celebrate your wins, encourage your efforts, and walk with you in your struggles without judgment. These are the relationships that give you life, not because they fix your problems, but because they remind you of your strength. Positive connections nourish your mental and emotional health, and that in turn impacts your physical health. Studies show that strong social support networks improve immune function, reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and even extend lifespan. It's not just about other people either. It's about your overall environment. What do you listen to? What do you watch? What kind of energy does your space carry? Cluttered, chaotic surroundings lead to a cluttered, chaotic mind. Take time to clean your physical space, decorate with intention, and fill your home with things that bring you peace and inspiration. Play music that uplifts you. Watch content that expands your mind or fills you with joy. Your environment should be a sanctuary, not a source of tension. Even your self-talk, the way you speak to yourself, is part of your energetic environment. After 50, you must become your own best friend, not your harshest critic. Speak words of encouragement to yourself. Celebrate your efforts, not just outcomes. Forgive your mistakes. Build yourself up daily, because the voice you hear most often is your own. And when that voice becomes kinder, everything in life feels more supportive. If you don't currently have a strong circle of positive people, build one. Join community groups, volunteer, take classes, or attend events that interest you. Put yourself in rooms where growth is happening. Don't wait for connection to come knocking. Go out and create it. It's never too late to meet people who light you up. And it's never too late to walk away from people who dim your light. You are allowed to outgrow people, places, and patterns that no longer serve your higher good. Protecting your energy also means knowing when to unplug. Social media, news cycles, and constant notifications create mental clutter and emotional noise. Limit your exposure to negative headlines and online drama. Choose silence when needed. Step into nature, breathe deeply, and reconnect with stillness. Sometimes the most powerful form of positive energy is peace, the kind you create by intentionally disconnecting from the world to reconnect with yourself. The truth is, your energy is precious. After 50, it becomes even more sacred because you start to realize what really matters. And what matters most isn't how many people are around you. It's how you feel when you're around them. Do they make you feel seen, heard, inspired? Or do they make you shrink, second guess, and feel invisible? The answer will tell you everything you need to know. You don't need a crowd. You need alignment. A few positive, growth-minded people, a peaceful environment, and an uplifting inner dialogue can change the way you age. They can add years to your life and life to your years. Live with a sense of purpose. Purpose is not just a word. It's the fire that keeps the human spirit alive. After 50, when many people are thinking about slowing down or retiring, living with purpose becomes even more important. It's easy to think that the most productive years are behind you, but the truth is this can be the most meaningful time in your life if you choose to give it purpose. When you have something to wake up for, something to work towards, something that gives your days structure and your actions meaning, you stop counting years and start living them. Purpose is deeply personal. For some, it might be starting a business, mentoring others, volunteering, or pursuing a long-neglected passion. For others, it might be becoming more involved in family life, learning something new, or traveling with intention. There is no single formula for what purpose looks like, but one thing is always true. It pulls you forward. It gives you energy when the body wants to slow down. It gives you direction when the world around you seems unclear. Purpose adds depth to each moment and brings color back into your life. Without a sense of purpose, even the most comfortable life can feel empty. You can have a beautiful home, financial security, free time, but if your days lack meaning, the soul begins to shrink. It's not always about being busy, it's about being fulfilled. It's the difference between waking up just to pass time and waking up with a mission in your heart. People who live with purpose don't just exist, they contribute, they create, they inspire, they push through discomfort because what they are working toward matters deeply to them. Science backs it too. Studies have shown that having a sense of purpose is linked to a lower risk of heart disease, improved brain function, and longer lifespan. People who feel useful live longer and age better. This isn't just about staying alive, it's about staying vibrant. Purpose protects you from depression, keeps your mind sharp, and boosts your immune system. It becomes a driving force for physical and mental health. When you have something to live for, you take better care of yourself. You eat better, you sleep better, you move more, not out of obligation, but because you want to be fully present for what matters to you. One of the most powerful aspects of purpose is that it evolves. What gave your life meaning at 30 may no longer serve you at 55. That's okay. Purpose is not fixed, it's fluid. It grows as you grow. Sometimes it emerges out of pain, a difficult experience that shapes you and gives you a new calling. Sometimes it's rediscovered after years of neglect. The important thing is to stay open to it. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? What breaks my heart? What could I do every day without getting bored? The answers may lead you to your next chapter. You don't need a grand vision to start living with purpose. It can begin with small, intentional actions. Writing a page each day, helping a neighbor, spending quality time with a grandchild, creating art, gardening, teaching, serving. Whatever makes you feel connected, alive, and fulfilled, do more of that. Purpose doesn't need applause. It only needs truth. It doesn't have to be career or profitable. It simply has to matter to you. Living with purpose also means letting go of the belief that your best years are behind you. There are people who found their calling at 60, wrote their first book at 65, started a new career at 70. Purpose has no age limit. The moment you decide your life still has something powerful to offer, you shift from aging to evolving. And that shift is everything. It's not about chasing perfection, it's about waking up with intention. About knowing that even the smallest action today can have meaning, that your story is still being written, and every chapter has the power to inspire. When you live with purpose, time becomes your ally, not your enemy. You stop waiting for life to happen and start making it happen. Make intentional choices daily. Aging is not a sudden decline. It's a gradual process shaped by the choices you make every single day. After 50, your body and mind become more sensitive to those choices. Every habit, every thought, every action either strengthens you or weakens you. It's not just about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. The small daily decisions add up, and they quietly shape the trajectory of your life. Living with intention means understanding that your time, energy, and attention are valuable and choosing where to invest them wisely. Most people live on autopilot. They wake up, go through their routines, respond to the world reactively, and hope for the best. But those who age gracefully and stay vibrant don't live by chance, they live by choice. They don't just do what's convenient, they do what's necessary. They don't wait for motivation. They create systems and routines that support the life they want. Living intentionally is about taking control of your day instead of letting the day control you. It's about deciding what matters and building your life around it, not the other way around. And this doesn't mean perfection. It means awareness. It means pausing before reacting. It means asking, is this helping me or hurting me? Is this choice aligned with who I want to become? When you start asking these questions, you begin living more purposefully. You stop wasting time on things that drain you. You start recognizing how powerful your decisions are, from what you eat to how you move to who you spend time with to how you speak to yourself. Intentional living starts in the morning. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Do you wake up and scroll your phone, letting outside voices enter your mind first? Or do you take a moment to breathe, reflect, move your body, or set your intentions? Those first minutes are precious. When you start your day grounded, centered, and clear, you carry that clarity into every decision you make. You become less reactive, more focused, and more in tune with what truly matters. Nutrition is another area where intention makes all the difference. You don't need to follow extreme diets or trends, just pay attention. Is your meal giving you energy or stealing it? Is it nourishing you or numbing you? Each meal is an opportunity to choose health over habit, and when you consistently choose foods that energize you, support your digestion, and fuel your brain, your body responds with clarity, vitality, and strength. Movement is the same. You don't need to go to the gym every day, but you do need to choose activity over stillness. Take the stairs. Walk after meals, stretch in the morning, lift something heavy. These aren't massive changes, but when done daily, they create powerful momentum. And as your body gets stronger, your mind follows. Intentional choices extend beyond physical habits. They shape your mental and emotional state too. What kind of content do you consume? Who are you following online? What kind of conversations are you having? What thoughts are you entertaining? Your mind is like a garden. If you let weeds of negativity grow unchecked, self-doubt, fear, resentment, they will take over. But if you choose to plant seeds of gratitude, curiosity, learning, and hope, you create a mental space that supports peace and progress. Relationships also require intentionality. Are you investing in people who uplift you? Are you showing up fully for those you love? Are you making time for deep connection? Or are you letting busyness steal your presence? Connection doesn't just happen, it's built moment by moment with intention. A phone call, a kind word, a shared moment of laughter. These things matter. They make life richer, and the more you nurture them, the more supported and vibrant you feel. As you grow older, you begin to realize how precious each day is, not in a fearful way, but in a wise way. You realize that you don't have time for things that drain your spirit. You begin to protect your peace, value your energy, and honor your time. You stop chasing meaningless distractions and start choosing what truly feeds your soul. And it's in these small, consistent, conscious choices that you reclaim your youth, not by turning back the clock, but by choosing how to spend the time you still have. Each day gives you a chance to recommit to your well-being, to live on purpose, to make decisions that lead you toward energy, clarity, strength, and joy. That's the power of intentional living. It's not about being busy, it's about being deliberate. And with each deliberate choice, you build a life that reflects not your age, but your wisdom. Age is a mindset, not a limitation. The number of candles on your birthday cake does not define what you're capable of, how you should feel, or what you should become. The real difference between someone who feels alive at 55 and someone who feels old at 35 isn't just physical. It's mental. It's how they think about time, health, and self-worth. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe aging means decline, you'll start to notice and amplify every little ache, wrinkle, or slowdown. But if you believe aging is a new beginning, a stage of deeper growth, power, and wisdom, your body and mind will rise to meet that belief. What you tell yourself matters. If your inner voice constantly says, "I'm too old for this," you'll start behaving as though it's true. You'll hesitate to try new things, to move your body differently, to step outside your comfort zone. But if your inner dialogue says, "Why not now?" you unlock a completely different version of yourself, one that is open, courageous, and limitless. Many people unknowingly age themselves prematurely, not because their body forces them to slow down, but because they've accepted a story that tells them they should. Changing your mindset doesn't mean denying reality. It means interpreting it with strength. Yes, the body changes with age. Recovery takes a bit longer. Certain things require more care. But these are adjustments, not restrictions. They're opportunities to treat yourself with more awareness and intelligence. When you shift from fighting age to working with it, you become more powerful, not less. You begin to see aging not as a curse, but as a privilege, something not everyone gets to experience, and something that can be lived with strength, intention, and joy. Your mindset also determines how much you continue to dream, grow, and set goals. Too many people stop dreaming after a certain age. They tell themselves it's too late to change careers, to write a book, to learn a language, to start over. But time doesn't run out unless you stop using it. The world is full of people who started their best work after 50, 60, even 70. The only difference between them and those who stayed stuck is that they didn't let a number dictate their belief in what was possible. Another powerful truth is that when you feel young mentally, your body responds. Studies show that those who think of themselves as young actually perform better physically, recover faster, and have lower markers of stress and inflammation. That's not magic. That's the power of thought. Your brain believes what you consistently tell it. So if you want your body to stay youthful, it starts with treating your mind like the driver. Feed it positive, empowering thoughts. Surround it with inspiration. Refuse to speak the language of decline. This shift in perspective also impacts how you handle challenges. When something goes wrong, an injury, a diagnosis, a loss, an aging mindset says, "I guess this is what getting old looks like." But a growth mindset says, how can I adapt? What can I learn? How can I come back stronger? That mental flexibility, that refusal to be defined by circumstances is what keeps you young. Because youth isn't about smooth skin, it's about resilience, curiosity, and grit. The way you carry yourself is a reflection of how you think about yourself. Someone who walks with confidence, speaks with conviction, and engages with enthusiasm radiates youth regardless of age. They move through the world with presence and purpose, and people feel that energy. It's magnetic. The opposite is also true. When you shrink, speak softly, avoid eye contact, and start apologizing for your age, you begin to fade in ways that have nothing to do with biology. You get to decide what kind of story you want to live. Is it a story of slow decline or of continued evolution? Is it one of regret and what ifs or of action and what's next? That choice is always yours. Your thoughts become your reality and your mindset becomes your future. The good news? You don't have to go backward to feel younger. You simply have to change the way you move forward. Let go of the belief that aging is the end of the road. It's not. It's the beginning of a deeper, richer, more intentional chapter. When your mindset is strong, hopeful, and open, age becomes irrelevant. What matters is how you think, how you feel, and how you live right now.